Hi, I'm Sailor Moon, and I'm Sailor Earth. And today we're going to talk about, well, what are we going to talk about? Alright, so what we're going to talk about today is something that if you only had a Google web shooter, then it may not apply, this may not be enough for you. Now, we've been working with the Google one, I would think for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, maybe 4. I'm losing a track of time over this now. Now, usually what would happen by now is that it would cut out on your films. Well, it hasn't cut out yet. So, either the hang up that would happen when either is fixed, or it's just, waiting, it's just holding for a good time to show itself. I don't know what it is or it's not. So today we're going to talk about I think that is what we're going to talk about. Now, apparently everyone asks us all this time, why we don't shift our films? Well, it could be a long answer, but here is the short answer. The long answer is we just don't want to. There's no law or oversight that says that everyone has to shift their films. Now, there are some on YouTube who see themselves as a craftsman or a craftswoman, and that they have to make their film look truly good, and then they got to go through and play with it until it doesn't look lifelike anymore. And it usually takes a week, and that's why their films take a week or a month just to come out. Well, we were never into that. Even when we had shifting tools like Microsoft Windows Movie Maker, or Cyberlink Power Director, or ArcSoft Video Processor, or ArcSoft Webcam Companion. A lot of borrowed words there, I know. So, anyway, we were just never into it, and the shifting tools never did what they were supposed to do. If you want to make a film bright, you want to make it dark or put a name on it, yeah, it could do that for you. But if you wanted to cut something out, you wanted to take something out or put something in, it wouldn't do that for you. It would just end up besmirching your film, And yes, I know there are some folks that have scaled these film shifting tools out there, and good for them if you have skilled it. But we did not skill it. All right. Now I know there are going to be haters out there. They're going to say shit like, folks are going to make fun of you if you don't shift these things out. More folks would watch your films if you did that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to go on? Yeah, well, Sailor Moon, the truth is that no one knows if someone would watch your film if you shifted it out or not. Now, the haters out there, they're going to say shit no need what you do. So any folks out there who think that, anyone out there thinking that, all I got to do is shift my films and they'll get off my back. No, they're always going to seek something they don't like. That's just the way they are. And how? So they're just going to seek something else they don't like, and that's going to be the end of it. And not everyone is going to watch your films more if you shift them out. There's no truth to it. Who's going to watch your film? Anyone who watches your film watches your film. All right? It is what it is. Ow. You have no run over it. I don't have any. Motherfucker. Why am I so crooked? I have no run over it. There's nothing you can do. There's no run you have, anything you can really do to get anyone to watch them. And this whole thing about, more folks would watch your films if you shifted them out, it's just a belief. There's no truth to it. So it is what it is. And like Sailor Moon said, we don't shift our films out because we don't want to. And then these tools are hard to work with. I am not making it up. They don't come with any booklets. You don't know what anything does. You learn by besmirching your film up. And then after you've done that many times, then you learn what does what. And it doesn't even make your films any more good. It makes them be unlifelike. Because the stuff you're doing to your films, isn't something that happens in true life. So they're unlifelike right off the front. Well, if you like to do that, if you like to, shift your films, then that's your own business and good for you. But at the end of the day, we just don't like doing that. So there's stuff in it that someone's going to make fun of us for. Oh well. You're always going to get bullied and picked on and made fun of. No need what you do, what you don't do. So shifting out your stuff isn't going to undo that. Well, you're right about that, Sailor Earth. And you see, the only ones that bitch about us not shifting out our shit is our haters and anyone that doesn't like our work. That seems to be the only ones that bitch about it. And then they also say, editing, they say shifting is your friend. Well, in our case, shifting was never our friend. Shifting was our foe. The only thing we ever could get it to do was, put a name, like a beginning name and an ending and a beginning and an ending to our film. That was it for maybe a name. Make it bright? Yeah, make it bright. But that was about it. It didn't really do anything else. It couldn't do anything else. One time we wanted to seek to get it to cut something out. All it did was cut something out. And then you couldn't pull it. Then you couldn't pull the two chunks back together. It just would not work. So the film got besmirched right there. So much for everyone saying that, but that's what happened with Microsoft Windows Movie Maker. ArcSoft Video Processor, ArcSoft Webcam Companion, you couldn't cut nothing out. If you want to make it brighter or darker, if you want to put a name on it, sure, it could do all that. Cut it out, it couldn't do any of that shit. And an ArcSoft Video Processor basically could only do the same things. It was didn't have a lot to it. And Sailor Moon, before we end this, we had one called that was ArcSoft. We had one called Cyberlink Power Director that was broke. The only thing you could do is make a film, and that was it. So much for everyone saying how these tools are friends and, they'll make your films good. Well, that's your belief. But our belief is these are foes. All of them. ArcSoft Video Processor, ArcSoft Webcam Companion, Cyberlink Power Director, Microsoft Windows Movie Maker, Apple's Macintosh iMovie, Sony Vegas, Mackie Cam, Final Cut, all of them. All of them are foes, are foes to us. None of them never did what everyone said they would do. They're broken. They besmirch your films, and they don't really do that much shit. Yeah, you're right about that one. You are right. Yes, I am. I am right about that. Okay, that's it. I'm Sailor Moon. I'm Sailor Earth. See you later.